bear. This is what we're working on today. Sorry about the feed earlier. I was hoping to get on sooner, but I had some stuff come up. I'm gonna change my times. Still kind of setting up. Took me a minute to get back over here to the house, over to the carving tent, if you will. Just got to get my Sandaflex back together. We're gonna run saws though. We gotta start doing some detail work on this big bear. This is a customer order, and I wanted this great big bear. Kind of have the couple details and stuff I'll be working on today. He's a contractor. He's been a contractor for many years, and so he wanted a bear to kind of show some of that off. So I don't know if it'll be on this live, but at some point I got to put a hammer in the bear's hand. So he'll be holding a hammer, but he's got a tool belt already kind of carved on, and we got to do a last name in here and stuff. But I might save those for the full video. If things go well, hopefully next weekend I'll have a full video creating this piece start to finish. So if you aren't already, be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all so you don't miss future uploads. What's going on, Nigel? First one here. Good, man. I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday to everybody out there. See, we got, man, we're right to 10 viewers. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are here hanging out, watching. We're gonna be running saws here in a minute. We got to do some detail work on this big bear. I'm 6'1". This bear's about 5.5 feet. It is on 4x4, so it's 4 inches taller than it's actually gonna be. But yeah, give you guys an idea at least on height. Had hopes of going live at like 2:15, but I had something come up, and I had to go take care of that, you know. Life. What are you gonna do? Now, my Sandaflex is caught, this darn thing. If you guys are here though, on the live, you're not sure how to give me a thumbs up. Usually there's 3 dots in the bottom of the screen, or they're at the top. Click those, and then you can give me a thumbs up right here on this live. Also, I got channel merch in that shop tab. We got a bunch of shirts. I also picked up a new die grinder. I've got that through the tab. If anybody wanted to purchase through that, you can. But I picked up a brand new cordless DeWalt. Now, don't get me wrong, I still like my corded die grinders over here, but I've had some shows to do, and I haven't wanted to cart around the generator and extension cords and all that stuff to make it happen. And this really was just way easier. Charge my batteries and let her rip. Let me get this set up though, and I'll show you guys a little more on this die grinder. It's been a pretty cool tool, honestly, to have. It's a little pricey. There we go, we're back. If you can swing the cost though to have the portable tool, especially if you're gonna do events or on-site carvings, it might be worth it, you know. Like I said, I'll give you guys a close-up to that in just a minute. I want to get this Sandaflex all set and ready to go. Yeah, if anybody's interested in Sandaflex or sander extensions, I got 2 of those available in the Etsy store right now. 2 of these extensions I use. They do not include the Sandaflex head. They're just the extension handle that I designed with a buddy of mine. Something we came up with. This piece, not this piece, but slider handle. Get a 12-inch and you get a 6-inch. One handle, fits both. Works really good. The show I just did, I used it on my cordless drill. So really, if you wanted to go all cordless, you could. You know, you get that die grinder, I'll show you in a minute. A drill, keep it all the same batteries. You'll be all set. You know, people are jumping on and off. We're gonna be running saws here, working on this bear in just a minute, guys. I'm just finished setting up, kind of running behind today. is what it is, though, you know. But we do get the best crowds on Sunday usually, so I've been trying to go live on Sundays. Nigel, what tool do I use for furring? Chainsaws. We're actually going to do some furring with the chainsaw in a few minutes. You guys will be able to see that. I wish I could have you like right up close like the tutorial videos, but this is what it is for now until I can pay a camera guy to like stand there and hold my phone. Dad, how's my daughter doing with her Dremel carvings? You know, she's getting into those teenage years, and hanging out with friends has been more important. So that's all right. Letting her be a kid, letting her live her life, you know. If she wants to carve at some point, she is obviously always welcome to come to the carving yard with me and carve. I've tried for a while when she was carving those little bears up a lot to get her to do a video with me, but you know, you get into those teenage years and certain things just aren't cool. That'll probably be cool when she's older than that, but we're in the stage where that's not really too cool anymore, Dad. So it's kind of sad, kind of breaks my heart, but it's all right. I get it. So right now I'm trying to get my my son, who's younger. I'm trying to get him to want to come out and try. I set up one of the battery saws with a 10-inch bar, and was really hoping to get him into it this year. So far he's pretty nervous about it. But he's not ready to take the plunge. So maybe this summer I'll be able to talk him into doing it, but we'll see. Give me 1 second here, guys. Text Nick. Hey dude, live on YouTube. I'll give you a call. All right, gotta love it. I love this watch, this Apple Watch, because it's synced to my phone, and people are calling me, and I can just text them and say, "Hey, I'll call you back later." So I was talking about this die grinder, right? I really didn't want to get a battery-powered die grinder. Like I did, but I didn't, because the idea that I've got to keep swapping out batteries and charging them, especially if I'm here in the carving tent where I have power, drives me nuts. But at the flip side, the carving yard only has power if I bring a generator, or if I'm carving live somewhere, I got to bring the generator to run all my tools. Well, I've got DeWalt drills, so I can put the Sandaflex on those. Now I've got the DeWalt die grinder. They all run the same battery, and so I can take the show on the road without having to cart around a generator, different gas, extension cords, and all that. Now everything fits in one toolbox, and I can one toolbox, and I can just bring that, which makes doing live events that much easier, because doing a live event is already kind of stressful. So to be able to like simplify it that much more, it's kind of worth it. So, but yeah, so this is the DeWalt die grinder I just picked up. I've got it linked through the store tab. It'll say shop, or it looks like that little handbag on the screen somewhere if you guys want to check it out or you want to get one. It's kind of nice. Got 3 speeds. What's got on here? 10,000 RPMs, 17,500, and 2,500 RPMs. All you got to do is, so I think that's 1,000. Yeah. 1,000. Click it over one more, 17,500. One more is 2,500 or 25,000 RPM. So after we do some chainsaw work, I'll be using this guy on the face, paired up, 1/4 inch shaft, 1/2 inch green, Saburrtooth burr, right? That's what we'll be using. This has got that 4 amp hour battery. I want to upgrade though and get probably the 6s here eventually, but that's where we're at for now. Let's see here. I gotta pull out some chainsaws, run battery saws, save you guys' ears so nobody has to wear earplugs, hopefully, except for me. I'm gonna start working on my furring pattern, And really what it comes down to, I know we had a question like, what tool do you use? So it's a bigger bear. This is just a roll nose 12-inch bar. 12-inch bar or 14? I don't remember. Hold on. 12-inch bar on this 220. You can set this right up on your 170, 180. Just like that, we've already got a fur pattern. Hopefully you guys can kind of see. So when we're doing furring, we're using the side, a side. It's not straight cuts. So this would be straight furring. We're just straight, right? Instead, it's the side of the bar. Like I said, this is not a dime tip bar. Guys, you can get this, all right? If you're running a 170 or 180 for your detail saw, all you need is a quarter pitch sprocket, and then you can pick up a quarter pitch, 12-inch, 43 gauge roll nose bar, all right? It works. Medium to large carvings, you can get a lot done. We will go to the dime tip bar at some point though, so we can get the furring in a little bit tighter. We can do some different things, but that roll nose works great for the long, swooping fur lines. The one thing you deal with a lot more when you're doing fur pattern with this is kickback. Because what happens is you come through, you do that fur line, as you run through the line, as you come through your furring line, you're cutting here, and by the time you're done, you're cutting with the tip of the nose, and then you're getting kickback on it. With the carving bar or the detail bar, you don't get that as much. I should hit record on that time-lapse video. Oops. Power gouges that leave a good effect. Yeah, power gouges will too. You can get like a rippling effect. I use the nose of the bar over here, so there's a little bit of ripple down the face. I don't know if you can kind of see these lines. They're kind of concave. What you do is you take the bar like this, and you're scraping across, and all you're using is this part right here. Scrape, go down a little bit, scrape. That's kind of, I don't know if you can see here. So right here, there's none of that. You just work your way through. It's important though, your chains got to be really, really sharp. You want to have a really sharp chain. I do have a power gouge. I don't have the Harry Kane or some of the other ones that are, you know, like $700. I'm not spending that kind of money right now. Maybe one day when I'm making a ton of money, but yeah, not right now. I do have a power gouge on a 170 though. Found it online. Shipped over here from Russia. It's orange. I think you guys can find it through Etsy, maybe even eBay. If I could find it, I'll try to share a link here somewhere with you guys. But I've used that. I have no problems with it, but I just found it to be something I don't use often. Like I may bust it out when it comes time to do bark here, so I can get those deep rounded gouges in the tree trunk, but I don't know. I don't use it as much as I thought I would. But I could see it being used, you know, in a spot where like here to remove all this material, because you can kind of fit my hand through here. You could gouge this all out instead of little cuts, trying not to overcut. So it could be really beneficial in that scenario. Guys are tuning in, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all so you don't miss future uploads or live feeds. Be sure to check out that store tab or shop tab before you guys head out. Got a bunch of good merch in there, and we also have the new cordless die grinder from DeWalt that I just picked up. Hopefully we'll be using that a little bit later on in the video. As always, you guys have carving questions or whatever, feel free to ask. Coming along nicely, very nice, very nice. Any luck with the link? Nigel, where did you send that link through? I don't remember. I don't remember, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember if I clicked that, and I know I didn't order one, but I don't remember about the link. Hey, if you guys are hanging out, give me a thumbs up. Help me out with this YouTube algorithm. If you don't know how to hit thumbs up on this live feed, you should have 3 dots down here in the bottom or 3 dots up here, depending on the device you're on. Click that. Give me a thumbs up right here on this live feed. Help me out. Check that bar oil. Yeah, we're pretty low. Probably have to load these guys up a little bit. Oops. It's the only bad thing with battery cells. Get rolling. Forget to put bar oil in them. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't have to fill them up with fuel. So I don't like pop the fuel cap off. Might sound silly, but usually it's fuel, oil, done. In these, it's pop a battery in and go to work, and then it's like, oh yeah, we should probably put a little bit of bar oil in there and probably help it out just a touch. full of it today. Might have had too much coffee, I don't know. Maybe not enough. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Hope you're able to relax, chill, have a good day. Spent some time down on a local spot, getting some lines in the water with my boy earlier. Did a little fishing. A couple things around here, and then we went over to my buddy's where I have the carving yard, and he had a bunch of extra roofing tin, so him and I threw some roofing tin over some of the slabs I've got over there. That's actually what put me behind today, getting on late over there, moving roofing tin to cover up slabs. Chit-chatting, you know. You know me, I'm a talker if you've been here for a while. Alright, those are full. Somebody's got to talk. If I don't talk, it'll be quiet around here, you know. Oh man, Nigel, I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, reach out and yeah, reach out. We can chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. 13 people watching and 5 thumbs up. Come on. There's no way you're all trolls. There's no way. Help me out. Give me a thumbs up. Show me you're a real person here hanging out. Now I got 20 people watching. All you gotta do is hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Come on. It can be difficult doing fur in the opposite direction. So I'm facing this way, right? It's easier. But then when you switch, you come back this way. The motion feels different and unnatural. So beginner carvers, if you're dealing with that, it's just practice. It's practicing. That's all it really is. Your fur to be overlapping, don't be afraid to go back through and cut in more lines. Go a little bit deeper. Make those lines closer. Feather them out. Say it in tutorials, but if you guys watch a lot, you'll notice like you use your body with the saw, right? Whole body to do certain repetitive movements. Makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more consistent, but the problem is you can get lazy, and the next thing you know, you're like setting your saw on your chaps and you're cutting yourself. So in tutorial videos, it's not usually discussed a whole lot. Crazy things that pop in my head when I'm working, you know? Thanks, Caleb. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That's why, like, sometimes YouTube can be a little frustrating, right? But to be honest, like, if someone's out there and like, man, I want to do YouTube, I want to do this and make videos, don't do it because you want to make money. Don't do it because you think you're going to become famous or anything like that. Do it because you're passionate about whatever it is that you're going to do. Like, that's like the honest truth. Like, if you're going to do YouTube, do it because it's something you enjoy doing, you love doing, and you want to share it with other people. If you're doing it to try and get rich, if you're doing it for fame and fortune and all that, like, it becomes something that's unenjoyable. Like, it's not as fun anymore. And it can be a real struggle sometimes, you know, like I put out a lot of videos. I do my best to put out a lot of content. I enjoy doing it. And, you know, sometimes the return isn't what you would hope. But then you got to remind yourself, like, you're not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to get rich off it. I do it because I enjoy it. I enjoy connecting with all you guys. I enjoy, you know, working with you and helping you through different things with different carvers and, you know, beginners that I've talked to, people that have reached out and things like that. And that's really what I enjoy doing. Nigel, I'm not sure what you're saying, buddy. Tucking into toad in hole watching. I don't know what you mean, man. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know what you're saying, bro. Let's see here. What can I add? Ah, okay. All right. Yeah. You're essentially making like a way nicer version of Pigs in a Blanket. I didn't know where you were going with that. Like, what are you talking about? That sounds good, right? Couple beers, sit down, have that. At least for me, that's probably what I would do. It sounds like a couple beers kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a big drinker or anything like that, but I do like to have a beer or two every now and then. All right, we got an arm done. Nice fuzzy, furred up little arm there. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out though. You know, it's nice to have people here hanging out, chatting. I always like to do something when we're live, a few minutes in, we got a few people watching. Feel free to share where you're located. I'm in upstate New York, foothills of the Adirondacks. No, it's not New York City. We are two different worlds, same state. Yeah, Nigel, I bet that is. I bet that is awesome. I bet that is awesome. What did we make last summer? Me and my buddy loves to grill. We did, well, I say we, because I helped eat it. I didn't help make nothing. He did candied bacon on the smoker. That is some good stuff. Candied bacon. Oh my goodness. That's something to have right there. That and, what is it, like candied pork something? I don't know. He smoked pork though, and that was really good. Candied pork tips or pork, I don't know what the heck he called it, but sat there and ate a bunch of those. That was delicious. Something to keep in mind if you're a shorter person, right? You're learning to chainsaw carve. You see this? See this height? Get into bigger bears. This is not the safest thing, right? Let's make sure you got a full grip. Make sure you have a saw where your chain brake works well. That thing wants to kick back and you're not ready for it. Not a good mixture. Cool. It's looking good. It's happening. 9 thumbs up. 16 people hanging out. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you're here hanging, guys. I do appreciate it. Real quick, big shout out to anybody that's a member to the channel. Thank you. You guys support the channel and the work that I do here on YouTube directly every month. I really do appreciate it. And anybody that buys channel merch through the store tab, same thing. You guys are supporting the channel. You're supporting the whole YouTube side of stuff. And so I really do appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And in case you don't know, there are members only specific tutorials. So if you're a member, you do have access to stuff that everyone else does not. maybe if we can get 100 members this year at any tier, 100 total, I think I might start making codes up so people can get money off their merch purchases. So like if you're a member, you'll get, you know, whatever percent I can do through a code. So like all members will get a code. If we can get like 100 members this year, I'll do a code. You'll get a percent off any merch you decide to buy. What's going on? 10 thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. New channel, recipes and carving. I got too many YouTube channels already, Nigel. I'll be honest. My buddy that does all the cooking and grilling and all that, I'm trying to get him to create. He's created a few channels, uploaded a couple videos here and there, and then he deletes them because he don't like them. Seriously, the dude can cook. Love him like a brother. And I'm trying to get him to get a YouTube channel established of just like the things that we do over there on their property, hanging out, mostly grilling and cooking, because he makes food like he could have a restaurant. He makes phenomenal dishes. And a lot of it's, you know, grilling and meat, that kind of stuff. But he knows what he's doing. And I'm just trying to get him to make a channel and video it. But, you know, that's how it goes, I guess. So many people could have really cool, really successful YouTube channels, but like friends of mine and stuff. But what it comes down to, I think sometimes people see how much work I've got to put in, and we discuss the return that I make on that, you know, because a lot of people want a financial view. And so, you know, a lot of times it's like, geez, does that outweigh the amount of time and effort? And some people just, you know, they don't want to do that, you know, or they're not ready to, or not confident enough or something like that. But we'll get him there. We'll get him there. On the flip side to that, I got my brother-in-law trying to grow his channel, so you guys can help him out when you're done watching the feed. You guys can look up Savage Archery 729 and subscribe to his channel for me when you're done here, all right? So it doesn't mess up what we got going on. But you can look him up, Savage Archery 729. That's my brother-in-law doing some archery stuff, you know, getting the feel for being on video and sharing what he loves to do, and trying to get his channel growing. Get him doing some stuff. So let's see. I got to get down furring through this arm and this paw. So this paw is up here. Top of the log wraps around, right? Log. Top of the log wraps here. My fingers are on the paw. Comes down, elbow, shoulder. So I got to get all this furring done. And then I'm going to move into the chest and neck area with the dime tip bar, because this is all kind of like layered upcuts, so it's overlapping, kind of like staring, like steps. Should I pull the phone down and give you guys a close-up on the furring that's done? Let me know. Close-up or no? Close-up or no? Stupid chunk of wood. Chunk of wood in the way. 11 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Gotta get my footing in over here so I'm not tripping and falling. Duct tape and super glue to fix a chainsaw injury, you know. I try not to do the hospital thing, so can't go getting hurt. Nigel did some fishing and went for a swim, huh, buddy? That'll happen. That'll happen. I haven't really done that, but I've heard that happening to plenty of people. Go for a fish and end up for a swim. It was chilly here. We go from like having spring beautiful weather to a gusty wind, and it feels like it could snow and in the 30s. We were down by the river casting poles, and it felt like it was 29, 30 degrees, and it was chilly today. Now, I mean, I'm under here out of the wind, so it's not as bad. Plus, we're working, but jeez. Not sure how chilly it is where you're at there, Nigel, but if I had to go for a swim, that would have been, wouldn't have been a good one today. Where's everybody from? Everybody here that's watching and hanging out. I'm in upstate New York. Where are you guys? Where are you located? What part of the world? Nigel, what'd you say? North Wales? Right? Nigel's in North Wales. Nigel, what's the temperature in North Wales? What you got going on up there, man? Over there, down there, in that place. Switched a little bit shorter bar. This guy's 10 inches. Out there I can get in here because I don't have a lot of space on this side. Let's see here. Gotta get in here. This is actually the setup. I was gonna get my son familiar with sawing, but I said earlier he wasn't interested yet. Hopefully this summer, but just a 10-inch bar. I'll probably put it on my 160. This is a 200 battery saw, but yeah. Whereabouts in upstate New York? The upstate part. Tony, too cold for swimming. That's what I'm saying. Too cold. Steven, down by Binghamton. Yes, Binghamton. What do I got? Like three-hour ride for me roughly. I'm in upstate. I'm about 50 minutes west of Albany. Yeah, Woods by Wild. I'll try not to. You know, that's why I try to upstate New York. If you get it, you get it. Found bobbing around in the. I hope not, man. That would Be a bummer. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Warmish, around 14 Celsius. All right. Bloody global warming. It's cold here. I should have some semi-warm weather. Global warming. Listen, I don't know. I won't make anybody mad. All right. Global warming is just to buy the battery cars. That's all. They just want you to buy battery cars. They talked me into battery chainsaws. I'm just kidding. I bought these before all that nonsense. Well, nonsense to some, truth for others. It's all right. But yeah, I'm not a battery car kind of guy. I don't know on all global stuff. Global warming and all that jazz, I really tend to feel it's more of a political move. You look at the people that talk about it and the things that they push, can't help but think it really just, I don't know, is it really a thing? Or is it a political push in a certain direction? Which I probably shouldn't say on YouTube because then I'll get canceled. Uses batteries? Yeah. You guys know I run gas and I run battery. We're here in the carbon tent at my place, so we try to keep the noise down a little bit more. Run batteries a little more often. They definitely have their place, have their convenience. That is for sure. Tony's laughing. Tony's laughing. Tony knows what I'm talking about. Whether he's a yay or a nay. Tony knows what I'm talking about. We live in a world these days, though, where, you know, conversations on such topics are tough ones. I still can't believe Nigel went for a unintentional swim today. somebody would have been fishing me out of the river if that happened. I would have been probably hypothermic, frozen. I understand we're in different parts of the world, but my mindset is it's freezing here, it's freezing there. Sayer red. I do not know those words. All right. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just rambling and carving. If anybody's got carving questions, you want to chat about stuff, feel free to do so. I'll get back to those. Furring. Best way to build your forearms, right there. Let me tell you what. What got me into chainsaw carvings, or into chainsaw carving? I'll be honest. My wife, sounds kind of funny. She was the big push. I've always been artistic, you know, drawing, sketching. Always liked taking things apart, putting them back together. 2010, I started building rustic furniture. Over the years, it's turned into high-end rustic furniture and just, you know, furniture. But in 2015, we were in a local store that sold steel products, and they had an MS-170 on sale. You could get it for $149 at that time. I think it was $149 regular price, and I might have got it for $129 because they had it on sale. And she was like, you should get that and you should try carving. Now, prior to that, I had an I had a 030 steel 031 AV with a regular bar, big blocky chainsaw. And I carved up like my first bear bust, which is on my front porch. One of these days, we're going to do another beginner video and I'm going to show you guys that piece because I saved it and you should save your first one. And so I did that. My forearms were all blown out after running that saw. That was a bear. Compare in like weight wise, you'd probably be running like a 360, an MS 362, something like that. It's probably close to weight. It is heavy, and if you don't run saws or anything and you just go for it with an oversized saw, you destroy those muscles in your arm really fast. So, you know, flash forward from that, we were in the local store. They had that MS-170 on sale, and she was like, you should get it and try carving. And I said, no, I think I'm good. I did that one bear. I don't think so. Walked around, came back. She actually put it in the cart and said, you're going to do this and you're going to be good at it. And I really think you should go for it. So yeah, you know, that was 2015. And now here we are. It's basically been a lot of trial and error. I didn't apprentice with anybody or nothing like that. A lot of things are still figured out as I go. Learning, you know, to me, that's like every day is, you know, or not even every day, but you know, the idea for me is an open mind as far as carving and doing new things, trying new things, taking input, taking criticism that's at a certain tier. You know, when people are being jerks, they're being jerks. but there is criticism within there that can be really good, that can help you push what it is that you're doing. And so, yeah, that's kind of, you know, the gist of what got me into carving and where I'm at now. That's carving. Woodworking was just wanting to build furniture, as far as getting into woodworking and stuff, like furniture. So I consider furniture building woodworking. For me, this is just wood carving, chainsaw carving, power carving, that kind of stuff. Oh, all right, Nigel. Hey, thanks, man, on the you know, the info on the language thing there. That's interesting. Appreciate the comment. Curious, C&J Outdoors. I assume you mean what's the bear holding. So the bear's standing behind a log, like this. So he's got a paw up, elbow kind of out. That's what he's doing here. So this paw wraps over. You guys want a close up? Take the phone down, walk you around. If you guys want a close up, let me know. Close up, all right? Comment, close up. And we'll go around us so you can see the fur that I'm doing. You guys can kind of get the shots. If not, we'll leave it there and I'll keep working. Let me know, comment if you guys want a close up, and I'll check back here in a second. But his arm's up. This arm's wrapping around the front, and he's gonna have a hammer. So the guy that wants this bear is a contractor. He's been a contractor for many years. And so he wanted a nice log with their name carved in, nice big beefy bear. He's actually got a tool belt carved in. Here's the belt. And then, you know, your contractor's belt has pockets on each side. So he does have a pocket around on the body here. And there is one over on this side under that arm. Joe, I don't know what that is. Do you have a Mata? Mata? As soon as I said that, I know where you're going with it. I don't know. What's the matter with you? Ha ha. I'm a dad. That's a dad joke, bro. That's a dad joke. Cut out here between the legs. All right. This is the tree trunk. No, it's not, because it's backwards when I'm on here. So tree trunk, right? Different view from below, right? Looks a little bit different. You guys kind of see what's going on. Leg, foot wrap over, coming through the body. We got a belt. That paw that'll be holding the hammer. All right, it's coming around this way. Joe. All right, so let me get out of it. That's a good shot right there, the neck. Shoulders, the neck furring down over. Do I have any funny dad jokes? You're putting me on the spot. I'll think of them while I'm talking. I don't have anything I use regularly other than like when the kids ask questions, you know, and you always have like that dumb response that's like on the fly. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I do have an overcut in the neck, just a touch, but I got a feeling it's shallow enough that when we paint, it's not going to stand out too awful bad. This is the furring we were doing in the beginning of the video. You can kind of see those swooping motions. I appreciate that, Joe. I really do. I appreciate your comment there. So I'll be working around. I wanted to stop the furring here. It looks flat here for some reason in the camera, but there is texture. And that'll wrap, right? So these shoulders here, but I wanted to stop. You can kind of see this line. I want this to look like separate, right? Your shoulder area, and then we'll come in and we'll restart that furring pattern and kind of angle it just a little bit different. So it'll give it a little bit more of an effect when you're looking at the back of the carving. But here's that tool belt wrapping all the way around. All right, we're low. There's that paw. Oop, camera's being dumb. And back up. But man, I am liking the way that this side right here, I love the way this is coming out. Really, really happy with it. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna plug you guys back in. The bear is carved out of yellow pine. Stick with me here, guys. Get you back in this phone holder and plugged in. Bear's carved out of yellow pine. Something we have in abundance here. Carves great, holds great detail, as you guys can see. It's forgiving. Green wet wood is forgiving. You let this stuff dry out a lot, and then you have an issue with like pieces flaking off as you carve. You can lose a nose or ears or things like that if it's too dry. So this piece is actually about 2 years down. So it's been cut for about 2 years. I'm going into the third summer as I'm carving this chunk. It's just a leftover that I've had. Now I have some fresh pieces at the carving yard, and then I obviously have access at the log yard too, but we'll get some more stuff from there. So the top section here is really dried out. So I'm trying to leave these ears nice and thick and chunky, and I'll use the power tools to clean those ears up and kind of hog those ears out. I don't want to use the chainsaw so much. Like on a green fresh piece, I can use the nose of the bar and do that scraping motion I've talked about. If you guys watch tutorials, we'll kind of scrape and get rid of our hard edges. But if you do that when it's already dry, you run the risk of like flaking or chipping big pieces off because it's really dry. The moisture in the log helps keep that stuff together, and so that's what makes it more forgiving. I've got to work. Well, I guess I don't. I guess we can get into the face and ears while we're live, and I can work on that furring later. It's just kind of pulling me out of my normal zone, which is always tough, you know? It's always tough. We are going to use a corded die grinder, all right? Saburrtooth burr. This one's coarse, 1/4 inch, right? In our die grinder, this is a sphere. I've got bigger ones, but I don't feel like swapping bits out. Feeling, you know, kind of lazy. So I'm gonna throw on a dust mask and get going on that. What's going on, Cody? Thanks for stopping by, man. Look at you guys making friends. 2 hours away from Nigel, Tony. That's not that bad. You guys can meet up for coffee or tea, right? You guys probably drinking tea over there. Also, guys, on a bigger piece, toad in a hole. It still cracks me up. Toad in a hole. What's going on? Big, bad, bald dad. That's great. It's awesome. Love it. Love it. Yeah, tea. You're over there drinking tea. Who are you kidding? You got your pinky out and everything, don't you, Nigel? I know you do. You're calling it something that sounds cool, right? Like toad in the hole. But I know it. You're over there, and you're like this. Drinking your tea. I know you are, man. I'm just playing. Ah. Also, my beginner carvers, I want you to think detail. When you're working on a big piece, right, and you get down to this portion, everything should have some form of detail. All right, so like ears, I'm kind of doing this motion so they've got detail. Or the other thing is you sand them really smooth around the back in here, really smooth, And you sand this really, really smooth so these parts stand out. That's the detail. In this case, I'm adding texture to the backs and the sides of the ears before I hog them out. And then the snout will smooth out a little bit more. If you guys are here, you're just tuning in, be sure to give me a thumbs up on this live feed. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit that bell, and hit all so you don't miss future uploads or lives. And if you guys are already subscribed, you can always check later and see if you've hit that bell and you've turned on YouTube notifications. About 17% out of my 22,000 subscribers have done all that. They've hit the bell, they've hit subscribe, they've hit the bell, they've hit all, and they've turned on YouTube notifications. So only 17% out of 22,000 people have done that. You guys can help me with that average. We can get that up to 30, 40, 50, 100% would be awesome, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Guys are talking carving shows, good stuff. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're up to 12, 13 thumbs up. Look at you guys go. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Hey, have a good one, Tony. Thanks for stopping. And hey, look, Random Games is back with the usual. Glad you're here. All right, here's Nigel. Toad in the Hole was invented in a coastal village called Almouth in Northumberland to celebrate an infamous golf tournament. Sausages in batter or Yorkshire pudding. It does sound good, man. I'll admit. I'm just busting your chops, all right, buddy? I would definitely eat that. Oh, and my pinky does stick out, but only with a glass of red. Tony, you have a good one, man. Appreciate you swinging by and hanging out for a bit. Holy cow, look at that. We got 10 viewers and 15 thumbs up. That's awesome. We got more thumbs up than viewers. I'll take it. I'll take it. Working on these ears. Working on the ears. A little bit of sawdust right in the old eyeball. Ah, 15 and 15. Hey, if you're just joining, you didn't give me a thumbs up, jump on it, hit thumbs up, hit that bell, hit subscribe. All right, guys, make sure your YouTube notifications are on so you don't miss future uploads or live feeds like this. Getting this big guy done, you can see right here, carved in. All right, I'll get you a close up on those ears once they're done. I'm gonna use that new die grinder. Again, if you guys want one of these, you can check it out in the store tab right along with my merch. I'll say the one thing that is like really annoying with this is that safety switch, because like you got to be able to hold that and let go, and then sometimes you let go and then that's it. That is kind of a pain. Random games. Which table again? Remind me. The river table. I don't remember what table I posted. I'm gonna be honest, not busting your chops. I don't remember. Give me a quick description of said table, just to refresh my memory. I just finished one for. It's got to be the river table I did for a customer. Oak, black walnut, river style top. I should do a reel or a short so you guys can see that. What is happening? What are you guys doing? Anybody there? Hello? I like that this thing lights up, shines a little light on your workpiece. 15 thumbs up, 16 people watching. Appreciate the thumbs up, guys. Thanks for being here today. Nigel, nice to see him doing a big piece. You got some big ones to do yourself, huh? Yeah, Yeah, jumping into a bigger piece when you're, just starting out can be really intimidating. Totally get that. Um, I would say, go small, medium, work your way up to a big piece, right? Like 1 footer, 2 footer, 3 footer, 4. Get yourself up to a 5 at least. This is a 5.5. If you can get it down through the sizes, it's the same process. You know what I mean? So like that's why a lot of my videos, they're smaller carvings for you guys, because it's the same technique. You're gonna take that same technique and apply it to a larger carving. It's the same process. And if you can do it on a smaller carving in that such a small piece in a tight space with less material, less surface area to work with, less room for error, because when it's small, you have less room for error. An overcut, you could lose the whole half of a head, the angle, the ear, the nose. The whole thing's gone. On a big piece, you can at least, sometimes you can reshape and you can kind of get away with bigger mistakes, Small pieces don't leave room for a lot of mistakes. So, you get into a 1 footer, you move into a 2 footer, and 3 and 4, and work your way up to a 5 as you go. And yep, I figure you probably sent that while I was talking. There's more room for mistakes in this, and it's easier to fix them, in my opinion, with a bigger one. So like with the bigger bears, I have more room to work, period. There's just more room. There's more surface area to work. So it might sound a little backwards, but sometimes a bigger bear is a little bit easier to carve in the sense of there's more room. There's more real estate to work with. You carve with, let's say, this bear. I got a bear here. I carved this live at a show. All right. And there are overcuts and mistakes that I will point out for you guys. I'm not going to fix them. I'm going to sell him as he is. Somebody will love it, and there he'll go. If I spend the time to fix them and fill and recarve, I'm losing money on a piece that I need to make money on, right? So we have a bear with a fish. Looks good. Looks decent. I'm happy with it, right? We turn him sideways and we flip it up, and you can see right where my eyeball is, there's an overcut in the neck, right? From removing that material. Now, there's an overcut right up here. A little bit of an overcut here. There's not a ton of room to change the way this bear looks, right? To like reshape. If I start reshaping and all that, his whole face is going to get much smaller, which I guess we could get away with, but I wanted him to have this cute, chunky sort of face. So if we start reshaping into a slimmer face and a different look, we could be losing material, and now we're changing the whole look of the entire piece, and basically we're recarving it, right? Which you're kind of going to do with a big one, but if we get it overcut in the neck on a big one, there's more real estate. So we could potentially carve the overcut right out, and it doesn't really affect or change what it is that we're planning to do or the look we're going for, because there's so much there to work with. It's such a big piece. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Now there are some overcuts, like I'll have to figure something out. There's one here in the side, and that goes at least an inch deep at the deepest, right in the side of the log. If I were to cut it, the top of my log is going to be way too narrow to do what I want to do. So I've got to be able to kind of cut out where the bark's going to be and do my lettering and see, is this going to affect the lettering process? Is this going to affect the way the bark looks? If so, we'll have to do some Gorilla Glue and some wedges, dry, carve, shape. You know the process. Fix our mistake. Now you can do wedges and glue in a piece like this, but it's tough. There's not a lot of room for clamps. There's not a lot of room to do those things. I see you, Rosa. I'll be right there. Hold up. Could you glue it as fillers? So yeah, it's a little bit tough sometimes with them small ones and like that style cut, but the cut that's here, that's like plunged in, that's an easier fix if I wanted to just do glue, which you could do as well on a small one. It's just a little difficult. But what I do is get yourself disposable gloves, right? Like the mechanic style, that 7 mil, 7, 8, 9 mil glove, that's disposable. Get yourself the Gorilla Glue, which we've talked about before. This stuff, you'll be happy to know I got a bottle of it out here today. Get you this Gorilla Glue and the sawdust you've been creating from carving. And then what you do is put that on a piece of wood or a piece of cardboard with your gloves on, wad a bunch of that glue, take a bunch of that sawdust, minus chips, right? Just sawdust from chainsaw carving. Mix that in. Knead it like you're making dough, right? Knead that all up into mess. And then pack that in your overcuts. Pack that in, mix up more, pack that in, and then let it go. Now, if you can see shininess where the glue is, right, because it's not like mixed in thoroughly, you take a handful of sawdust, tap it on, leave it. It's gonna foam out, it's gonna create this great big mess. But if you're able to pack that in good and tight, the stuff that you got in there will stay, and then you can recarve. Now, the places I don't really like, I know, I don't really recommend that step. If you can avoid it, is like in the eyes, in this face area, right on the end of the nose. Those are spots that need to be able to hold detail, and that glue and sawdust mixture just doesn't quite do it. I mean, you can get by with it, but it just doesn't really hold the same kind of detail as a good solid chunk. And so if you're carving, right, and you find out you've got a wormhole, which happens, you know, or from the grubs, for us it's grubs, we get grubs as big as your finger in the wood. I've had that in the eye. I will pack the sawdust in there really, really well with that glue, or cut a piece of wood, use the glue, drive that chunk in with a small hammer, just make that thing fit, and then carve it away. So now I have kind of like a solid chunk to do some carving on. So hopefully that helps you out as far as like filling with glue and sawdust and pieces and things like that. Now, as far as a cracked bear goes, like a dry cracked bear, it's kind of the same process. You know, your bear's a year or two old, you got cracks, you want to fix it, you take that same Gorilla Glue. You can do sawdust, or you cut wedges, mist everything down with a spritz bottle with spray, just water. I don't have anything out here to show you, so I'm planning on repairs, but spray it down and then put the glue in, then your sawdust or your wedge. Then you got to come back through, carve it away, sand, shape, paint, whatever needs to be done to make it match the original piece. Hopefully that helps you guys out. A lot of talking and just yammering on, right? Some people are like, I'm just here to watch you work. I'm not here to learn, sir. Try to fix my other camera, so stand by. Let's see here. All right, maybe. Well, I'll probably lose that if we get some wind, but good enough for right now. Got to figure these eyes out. I don't know if I'm going to put them off and do the nose. There's something else. Let's see. We did that little bit. Where's our battery at? This is a 4 amp hour. Still got full charge on that 4 amp hour. We hogged out the ears with a different Dremel, not this one. My bad. We've done light shaping with this one so far. Those eyes will not stay that big. Start big. It's easier to remove material than it is to put it back. This is for trying to keep them even and sort of figure out what the heck you're doing. About that side. Maybe about that size or so. Let's see here. I need something. Oh, I need a couple inches of lift. What's going on, guys? 17 thumbs up. I appreciate it. If it's your first time tuning in, be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all so you guys don't miss future uploads when we go live and we upload new videos. Appreciate you guys being here. I think if we hit 30,000 subscribers before the end of 2024, we'll give away another brand new chainsaw. I mean, that's kind of my goal. If we can hit 10,000 every time we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'd like to give away a new chainsaw. That's what I'd like to do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It definitely is. Or maybe at some point, if it becomes consistent, we'll make it a people's choice. People's choice kind of thing. Let people vote. Something like that. That'd be fun. One eye kind of cut in over here. Boop. Heck yeah, Nigel, I appreciate it, man. I really would like to get one of those. That is for sure. Yeah, the wood whackers that Chris Wood makes it there in the UK. Yep. Man, you send me one of those, that'd be awesome. All you can do is private message me. And set you up with shipping info and all that. That would be cool, man. I really do. I appreciate the thought and everything behind it. I get it, and I really do appreciate that.
going on, guys? Thank you for all the thumbs up today. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, send it. Yeah, you probably shouldn't ship the food. It'll probably be rotten. But send the recipe. I'm down with that. Maybe we'll even do a video trying it.
Question on die grinder. So this one's new for me. I'm usually running the ones with a cord. We've been on the same battery for this whole live feed. That doesn't mean we've used it the whole time though. I'm not sure if you've been here the whole time or you're just tuning in. Cleaned up the snout, just cut in the mouth, did the nostrils, did the eyes. Did not touch up here. This we use the other die grinder. So I've only got a little bit of use. It was on full charge and we're down to 1 bar. That's a 4 amp hour battery. So can get about this whole face done and probably need a new battery. It does have different settings though. Right now I'm running it on high. So it's got, what's it got again? So you got 3 settings down here for your RPMs. I've got one of these set right now in the store tab. So like if you wanted to get one, you could follow that and like read more about it and purchase through there. But it's got 10,000 RPM, 17,500 or 25,000. And that's just a matter of switching back and forth. I've been running it on the 25,000 RPM. So that's kind of draining the battery down because it's the fastest setting. The other thing I'm noticing with this that's different compared to say the other ones is this has like a little catch screen where the motor is, and as you can see it's like sucking the sawdust right in there. So next time I go to the store, I'm probably gonna try to see if I can't get a pair of stockings or like pantyhose and cut a piece off and kind of just fit it over this area. My concern is getting a lot of really fine dust in that motor and then having an issue. So if I've got my own kind of screen over top of the one that's there, I feel like it's, you know, double walled. But at the same time, you know, like I said, I just got this, so I haven't really gone over it too in depth and used it a lot. Looking at it real close, it almost looks like this screw could be removed and this whole screen area could be taken off. So I'll probably do that in the future and see how much dust's actually getting in here. Nigel, man, we're on a live. I love it, buddy, but you got to send me that where have you reached out before? Instagram? I think we've chatted on Instagram, haven't we? You got to send that to me through through the Instagram page, and then I'll have it. Otherwise, once I shut the live down, I'm going to lose it. Because I do want to try it. But I guess you are putting it there. Everybody else can try it too, if they want. This is a recipe for the tea that Nigel drinks. He's probably like, shut up, it's not tea. Toad in a hole. Right? Who knew you could learn to cook? Yeah, well, me. Learn I could cook, right? We'll probably do it. Honestly, dude, I think I might set up and do a video on it and either trying to make it or the aftermath and how it is to share. I think it'd be fun because I do appreciate it. So, you know, I haven't cooked anything like that before. I mean, pigs in a blanket, that's the closest thing for me, but that's simple stuff. Simple stuff. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna grab a different die grinder that's battery powered and see what I could do about detailing these eyes up a little bit more. This one's from Depths Tech. This is a battery rechargeable die grinder from them. Different speeds and whatnot. This is a pretty handy little tool. It's not too pricey. It's not that bad. I'm gonna be adding a link from Amazon that's right to my Amazon storefront, and it's going to be carving tools or carving necessities, and then that way there you guys could scroll down in the description of like videos and it'll be like carving necessity tool or carving tools here or carving necessities here, and you click it and it'll take you right to Amazon, and then I'll have all of what I'm using or something similar to what I'm using, rather than me I keep trying to put them on there individually for every video, and it's too much to try and keep up sometimes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on that storefront. Plus, I got other things in my storefront, just stuff we use daily or we purchase or whatever. And you guys can always, order crap through there too. But let's see what we could do here. Throw a mask on. Work on these eyes a little bit more. Actually, I still got life in that battery. I want to cut around this hand. Give this hand a little more depth by doing kind of like a relief cut up through. So we're carving these things for my beginners. Contact me through Instagram, Nigel. Unless you already have through Facebook, whichever one works, man. You know the business page on Facebook or the Instagram page, either one. And I'll check those later just to confirm. I'll get with you. So remember, our carvings aren't flat, right? So even his paw sitting on top of the log should just be flat. We want it to round underneath. So you should round underneath that paw just a little bit because that fur rounds underneath. Alright, so that's cut in. You guys probably can't even tell the difference. But now there's a little bit of a groove in underneath. That's where that flame burr does that. So you're cutting straight in and keep it moving so it'll round into the piece. And carve away this so it's flat-ish. Call it good. We're gonna move into using that depth stitch. This is called the eye cutter burr from Saburrtooth. This is an 1/8 inch shaft green coarse burr from them. I run Saburrtooth tools. People always ask, what burrs do you use? I use Saburrtooth. That's the brand. Find them at saburrtooth.com. They used to have them on Amazon, but they don't seem to have any listings on Amazon anymore. Not sure what's up with that, but whatever.
What's up, RC? Awesome. Sound good. Nigel, also put that recipe on there for me too. Send me that recipe through Instagram, buddy. Before you know it, we'll have a channel be Kyle Cooks. No, I'm just kidding. I have enough YouTube channels. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Well, hopefully I can get my buddy to do that. But I will either do a video making the recipe you're gonna send me, or at least trying it. So, thanks, Leviticus. I appreciate it. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. It is 5:10 p.m. over here. You know what that means? That means you got to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe, because it's 5:10 p.m. Hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all. And then jump on over. Nigel, I see I got a message coming through from you, buddy. I can see it on Instagram. And then make sure, what's up, Gary? And then make sure to check out the store tab before you guys go today, all right? Woo, we're ending with 19 thumbs up. We got one more person on here, so we can make that 19 thumbs up a 20 before I go. Can we do it? You guys gonna leave me hanging? Come on, come on. 19 thumbs up on this live feed. Somebody else jump over, hit those 3 dots, give me one more thumbs up before I gotta go today, all right? Love to see 20. Looking for 20 thumbs up on this video. If you're here watching, you're just hanging out in the back, just lurking quietly in the corner, just hit thumbs up. I can't even see who it is. It's all right. Even if you're trolling, nobody will know it's you. There it is. 20 thumbs up. Look at it. We go from 9 viewers to 16 like that, because I told YouTube I was leaving, so they throw more people on. That's hysterical. Good stuff. That's great. So listen, guys. When we get off this live feed, be sure to check out the store tab, all right? We got some channel merch in there, some new shirts. Keep gripping and ripping. What the heck's the new one? I put a new one on there. Carver Starve t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve, coffee cups, stickers, all that good stuff is in there. All right, guys. I need those 5mm strips, same as Santa Flex. You cut and load yourself and use both ways. Video to show how to. All right, that's awesome, Nigel. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will, once I get that, then I'll end up ordering up those strips as well for that Sando. They're not Sando, that woodwhacker you're talking about. Also, guys, in the store tab right now, got the brand new DeWalt 20 volt, right, die grinder. So if this is something you're interested in, you guys shop that tab. That purchase helps me out, and I do appreciate it. Pretty soon, though, I'm gonna have a. I already have the storefront together, but I'm gonna start sharing my Amazon storefront link specifically. So it'll just be like Kyle's Amazon store in the description of all my videos. You guys will be able to click there. You'll be able to find carving tool list, like safety gear. We'll have like men's clothing, like the boots and whatever stuff that I'm wearing through Amazon. Just a bunch of stuff on there though. So been using this though, pretty decent. 3 speeds. If you guys want to check it out in the shop tab right now. And I gotta go make some dinner because I'm hungry, and apparently you gotta feed teenagers. So who'd have known, right? You gotta feed teenagers. Psh, whatever. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Appreciate you guys being here. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna try to get this done this week. Maybe we'll go live again on Tuesday. We'll see. If not, we'll have a complete video on Friday unless something catastrophic happens this week. Let's hope not. But you guys have a good one. I appreciate everybody that's hanging out, commenting, everybody that's a member. All you guys are awesome. You guys rock. Nigel, thanks for the conversation all day. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here. And yes, I will. Once we get off this live feed, I'll accept that message on Instagram. All right, buddy? I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Stay safe and keep gripping and ripping.